Excuse me. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, CP Couch Potato. Welcome to the Jungle of Love podcast, coming to you live, Planet Pex Radio 36.9. We are in, we are clocked in, and we got the orange juice. For anybody that doesn't know about this podcast, don't worry about it. This is the very first episode. Raw, uncut, no jump cuts, just me talking to you. Especially having music in the background while we should have music in the background. I am sorry. You know, all you hearing is me. And it's like, most people don't want to hear a lot about other people. But I guess, you know, when some people just have that it to them where they're just like Kim Kardashian, you can just look at her and what she does. I guess so. But I mean, and it's contradictory to what I'm doing, but you know, watching other people is kind of weird. But excuse me, but you know, we do it anyways. Like reality TV, we're just watching people do what they do, or at least what we think. But yeah, let me put on some music here before we actually start talking. So we'd like to, you know, bring this in that it's very important to know who you are in this world, you know. Really know who you are and move through this world as best as you can, you know, to the best of your ability, because in all honesty, we all don't know what we're doing. We're just moving at a pace that we can understand. Like really, what's got the whole masses confused is the fact that you're supposed to be at a certain level right now. When really, you know, this life is as much as comedically we would say is a video game. You have to level up in life. You can't just sit at level 1. You can't just sit at level 1 all day. Like you gotta have more levels to yourself. You know, more elements, more whatever. Not to you know brag on myself. I'm not even like being braggadocious when I say, man, you know, the couch potato himself is not who I truly am. I am literally different every single day. I have different glasses for different occasions, different clothes, different whatever. I am literally all over the place because I can never just sit with myself and think like this is exactly who I am, because it's not. I have more things to myself that I know I add on, you know? So when you hear somebody talking about like, or when you hear the phrase like figure yourself out, bro, like don't figure out like who you are in life, figure out what you are. It'll make you a lot more happier. I promise you. Like if you figure out what you are, but like not who you are, because and not to confuse the masses, you know, where they're like, oh, so I can say I'm anything. Like, nah, you need to figure out what you are. You are a being here on planet Earth, you know. You are a being here on planet Earth that is trying to find its purpose, its soul. You know, that's what you are. Your whole purpose is to find out about yourself. You know, and it's not about who you are, it's just what you are on the journey. You know, which is why I would say, like, don't even freaking stress, bro. Like, don't even freaking stress about anything that's going on, bro. Like, it's all a part of what you gotta do. It's literally just what you have to go through in this world. And as a good friend of mine would say, like, life, it goes as a quote: life is about the different problems that are thrown at you and how you react to them. Like, there is multiple things that will be thrown at you, but it's how are you gonna react to them that will dictate how uh, that situation goes, which along goes with your EQ. Like, are you emotionally mature to deal with certain things? Because, oh, bro, it almost sounded like somebody was opening my door. I was like, hey, bro, like, hey, you can't be in here. But, yeah, you're emotionally mature to deal with the things that come your way. Because the thing is, as a man, we're in this world. You might have heard from all different other alpha male or whatever podcast. Like, yeah, we get the hard end of the stick, but that's only because we are supposed to be we're supposed to be the person that gets the hard end of the stick. So that's the reason why we're so tough. Like, we're supposed to get the hard shit stick. We're supposed to, because that's what makes us a stronger man. It's dealing with the hardships that we deal with every day, and everything that you deal with is a hardship to you. So, like, if you ever hear somebody go like, "Oh, like, you shouldn't feel that way," that doesn't make any sense. Like, if it's something that's within you, figure it out. Like, figure that out. Sit with that. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, what you're feeling isn't valid. But the thing about it is, you need to sit with that. Don't use that as fuel to fire back. Like, that's literally you know, sitting with that and understanding why you feel that way, and that'll make you a lot more calm and reasonable. Like, playing a lot of, you know, God of War, watching Kratos, you know, go from this angry god to this very well-spoken, calm, and reasonable man. Like, dude literally had to sit with all his trauma, sit with everything that he had in order to grow and level up as a person. And I think the world may need to have that moment of sitting with that, you know, that moment of sitting with your trauma. Instead of trying to find solutions to your trauma, like, just sitting with your trauma, you know, like, finding outlets, I should say, like, finding outlets to not think about it. You should sit with it. Like, it makes things so much easier to live with, because you'll conquer it inside of you. Your real enemy, which I've come to find out, your real enemy is yourself. Because in all actuality, nobody around you is thinking what you're thinking. Probably they're thinking on the lines of it, but nobody thinks like you. You're unique because you think the way you think. So, you know, I've heard some people say that they talk themselves out of problems, they talk themselves out of situations because of all the possibilities that could happen. That's just you. That's just you. Like, you don't have to, bro. Your main villain in life is yourself. And that's one thing I started to learn. There's a dude on YouTube, cool dude, Far From Weak. He explained this as the lizard brain, the lizard brain. And the lizard brain is, in fact, that day-to-day autopilot mode that some people usually be on. You know, every day it's a cycle. You know, it's rinse and repeat, never changes, because it's comfortable that way. That's the lizard brain. It's comfortable thinking, and so breaking out of that lizard brain, being able to control that part, because there is an actual part of your brain that is the lizard brain. It's what helps you to drive. What you're talk if you're having a conversation while driving. If you've been driving for a while, you won't even realize that you're driving. You're just having a conversation. That's the part of your brain that goes on autopilot and takes over, and keeps you in motion of what you're doing. Learning how to control that is probably the most masterful thing ever, because you get to learn you get to learn when to switch it on and when to switch it off. And the lizard brain keeps itself comfortable by making things that make you feel as if it's too big of a thing to do. Like working out, like you get up and the part of your brain is like, yeah, but why would you get up though? Like if you get up, it's not going to feel good, and if you go to the gym, then you're probably going to miss out on this, and if you do that, then you're going to have to wash clothes, and you're going to have to do this, and you have to do like all that. Just shut that out, you know shut that out and do it. Make it your worst enemy. um like, yeah, this is my worst enemy, is this thing. But when you're doing, work, when you're doing things like, let's say, that isn't a part of your dreams or your major goals, put yourself on autopilot. Get that stuff done. Just get it done, and the day will move by so fast because you don't even realize it. When like if you're at your job and you know what the work consists of, just put yourself on autopilot. Still be yourself, but understand, like, such your brain take over. You know what you got to do. You know what you have to do. Let your brain take over, and just go into autopilot. When you get off, let the lizard brain go. Take back control of what you are deep inside, and express yourself. you know like, spitting game for free 99, like, for real. Um it's how I stay so young. It's how I stay so active and creative, because I do things that will push a boundary, or at least will. It's like I want some person to ask why. Like, that's the biggest thing of creativity, is asking why. But one thing I think we've probably lost in this generation of creativity is the question of why has become more of a context instead of content. Um, we're looking at something that is like, why is that there? But it's the context of why it is. It's not the concept of why it's there. Um, a good example is, short films. Um, um, there's a concept of why you're watching this short film. You need to make it from the beginning to end, and the person that is showing you this is providing you that information, taking you from the beginning to the end, to have a result. You know, um, and there's a concept behind it. There's an idea. There's a thought. Um, they wanted you to feel a certain way. Um, right now in the world age, it's context. It's the idea of what something is. It instead of the artist making you feel some type of way, instead of the artist having a message, there is no message. Like, there's no message at all. Like, that's what it has come down to in this world. There's no actual message. Um, which explains why there hasn't been a new wave, because there hasn't been a new actual message. And I think with the new message is love. Like, it's love. Like, that's the new message, is to spread love. Like, Like, bro, these glasses right here, I see hearts out of everything that's bright. Like, there's my LED light over here, and it's just nothing but hearts. It looks crazy. It's like I'm on LSD, but I'm not. I'm really not. But it feels good. It feels good to, be free. And being free is loving yourself and loving everything around you. You have to love everything. Um, and it's not like you gotta force yourself to do it. You already do it just by hating things, because you hate to love something and you can love to hate it. It goes hand in hand. Um, and the yin yang symbol is this is love. Like, everything revolves around love. I think, like, as a philosopher term, like, everything is love. Um, because there's a lot of situations that could be handled if love was involved, like, a lot of things could have worked out differently if there was just love. um because love is also acceptance, like accepting one another, accepting the flaws within. And here's the thing that, society is getting crazy now about love, is it's that you have to be forced to love. But like I said, you can hate to love. So being forced to love is wrong. You know, like, the stuff that you have to be respectful towards, the stuff that you have to, like, be politically correct to, that's not love. Like that, bro, that's control. They're trying to control how you feel or how you should feel. If you don't like something, you don't like it. Like, that's the way you are. That's who you are. And as a loving and respecting person, I have to respect you and your opinions and what you believe. I can tell you about what I believe. I can tell you about what I think is real, what I think matters. But at the end of the day, like, you believe what you want to believe, And forcing people to believe that, like, if you're not a certain religion and someone's just like, what, you don't believe in this, you have to believe in this. Like, you don't trust me, you don't have to. You want to know why? Because we're all gonna die, and whatever you take to the grave does not matter. It doesn't. It's what you take before it, before you go to the grave. That's the big thing. That's the big picture. The whole, whatever life is, it's the roller coaster that goes straight to the dirt. Like, you need to be living free. You need to be expressing yourself. You need to be out there in the open. You need to just let yourself be free, you know? And that doesn't mean for any weirdos, like, go out there and just, like, fully express yourself, like, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, if you're a nudist, like, do what you got to do, bro. Just know the consequences of the law. But I mean, hey, you're free. I guess that's what you wanted to do. But yeah, like, no constrictions, bro. There shouldn't be any, like, constrictions on love and respect. You know, like, what I mean, love and, like, constrictions and restrictions on love and respect. Like, we already know, like, respecting somebody means respecting who they are as a person and a character. But also respecting the fact that we don't have to respect each other. But if respect is shown, then that is, like, um, like, high. I guess you could say high respect. But yeah, like, in this world, you don't have to be respected. It's if you respect yourself enough. Do you respect yourself? Not if other people respect you. If you respect yourself, you will get respect from others. It's how, because in order to respect yourself, like, when you respect yourself, you start to respect others, because you wouldn't want other people to do you like that, you know, and you would understand the ways of a situation. um and this generation loves to avoid conflict a lot. But if you feel some type of way, think before you say it. You know, just think about it. If you feel some type of way, just think about it. Like, don't act on it until you think about it. Um, Good old Kevin Samuels, rest his soul, would say it's more about what you think and not about what you feel, because feelings can trump anything. Um, it's what you think. Um, but yeah, you know, it's a big thing. I'll always tell everybody, anybody that I meet, anybody that I meet knows. I will tell them, bro, like, you can do whatever you want in this world. I will not stop you. I will believe in you to whatever cause, but like, if you're forcing people to believe in you, I can't support that. Like, you can't force people like to believe in you. You can't force people, like, I don't force anybody to watch this video. If you enjoy this video, I highly appreciate you. That's cool. Glad that you're still here listening to the bunny. But yeah, man, like, it's you don't have to, you know you don't have to be respected. Um, but for I I I think mostly I will support anybody that respects themselves, most definitely. Um, Cause I can tell when somebody respects themselves. It's not hard to see. Like, when somebody respects themselves, they don't get mad. They don't usually get mad because they understand the character of themselves. It's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. Like, we should not be getting mad like that. Yeah, like, bro, it's not that big of a deal. Um, but yeah, one thing that I think I wanna lastly say about love, um, I think it's fitting for this red lighting is the sexual love, the sexual chemistry of love. You know, this world is has a soulless nature to it that we have this standard of just having sex, just doing the act of sex, doing it's goofily named doing the sex. Um, but I don't think people take it as seriously as it can be because of the fact that it is something that is goofily talked about. It's not taken as seriously as it should be because um it is the epitome of the connection. Um, Either way it goes, putting your shit inside of hers and y'all having that connection, it is a lot going on there that you need to be careful about. That's why I say, like, if you're going to love somebody, love someone, not somebody. Like, love someone. Um, because that connection between you two is gonna be, like, amazing if the sapiosexual side of you is already there. If y'all love each other's minds and you love each other's bodies, like, you're basically one in unison with each other because you're gonna listen to each other. Um, you're gonna talk to each other and understand what she wants and what he wants. Y'all are really gonna be vocal. Um, and it's not even on the horoscope shit. Like, I don't want to bring horoscopes into this, but um, yeah, bro. Like, it's just how it is. If you both are in love with each other's minds, you'll pick you'll pick around in each other's minds, you know. You'll dig deep in each other's minds, and that sexual chemistry is going to be vibrant, like dead ass. It's gonna be vibrant, bro. Um, because you know you want to do everything for her to make her feel good. Um, so yeah, but what we lose right now in the society is not telling kids about sex. Like we even have we find it weird to do because of the acts of certain people that have really put a bad staple to sex ed, because we can't even talk about it because now it's like that thing is now ruled evil. But man, you gotta tell kids about it. Like you can't misinform kids about that, bro. You can't misinform kids about that at all, because you could literally slip up and kids are getting pregnant at a young age instead of understanding what it means, like what it truly means to have sex. Like that's a deep connection between two people, and that is literally a bond. That's a forever. It can literally be a forever bond. You will remember that. You will remember, and unless like you are faded off of drugs or whatever, that still will be in your mind, because that's literally a connection. You In the act of sex, you are sharing each other's demons. You're sharing each other's trauma. You're you're sharing everything. Like it's a deep connection, and just doing it just to do it ruins that connection for the later. Like if you're trying to get married and you just been going and doing it and doing it and doing it, like eventually you're gonna lose that actual chemistry, that spiritual nature. Like you should be love. I wouldn't tell women to do anything with their bodies, anything, because it belongs to them. But it the idea of actually loving your body instead of like letting it be to a man, like without understanding your body, I feel like is can be fucked up both ways. Like especially with dudes, like 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 literally, bro, like women understanding the sexual nature of their bodies, um and understanding like what it means, like that they are the masters of seduction. Like you literally are the queen of seduction, like the queen as it is. And to embrace in yourself would be to level you up. And as a king, Jesus, I'm sorry, this is killing. Okay, but yeah, as a king, man, like you should be improving your body, like working out. You should be improving that every single day. As both of y'all improve, like it should be a mutual understanding between each other. And I know that some people are gonna hear this and be like, "Man, I don't care. I just want to fuck that bitch." Like man, yeah, it can be a crazy experience when you just want to do that, bruh. I have almost, excuse me, I have almost died. So, like on different occasions, I've almost died from literally damn, my camera, everything, bro, it's literally trying against me to get this shit out, like get the truth out. But literally, yeah, bro, you should very much slow down on the bitches craze, because there are some bitches that are crazy. And when I say the bitches, I even know the women know who I'm talking about, because I'm not gonna say all women are bitches. I'm not gonna say that, but even the women know who the bitches are, and I know that the women who might be watching this are hearing this like, like yeah, them bitches, the weird, the crazy ones, those ones. You put your shit in the wrong one, that motherfucker will probably That could be the end of you, the death of you, my friend. You never know. Man, remember my mom used to watch Fatal Attraction, and on this one episode, if I remember correctly, this guy, he was with this girl, and while he was with her, he cheated, and so she found out about it. So she knocked him out cold, cut his banana off, right, and then she fed it to him. She fed him his thing, and bro, you can go look this up yourself. I'm only paraphrasing it because right now, I'm telling you, I don't watch Fatal Attraction as I used to back when I was like 16, 17, because I don't have cable anymore. I really just be like watching like Pluto TV, whatever comes on. I hardly even be watching TV. But anyways, you gotta really watch out who you're dealing with here, man. It can be a life or death situation because, man, you do it to the wrong one, and I promise you, it's like, whoa, bro, what just happened? It can be very crazy. Uh, and you could ask yourself, because a lot of people will have this notion of like, you can't trust these bitches and you can't trust these niggas. And it's like, you have to trust. You have to. Come on now. If we didn't trust each other, like, how would we have gotten so far in this world? We can't just not trust each other. We can't do that. The freak. You have to trust the next person. It's just now you're more smarter to you're more smarter. Now you're smarter to understand the situation. You'll understand, like, you will feel when the right one is the right one. They'll help you on your journey. They'll help you on your journey, and they'll get you to the top. That's the right one. The right one is the right one for you. You'll know. Don't let anybody tell you who the right one is for you. I'm telling you, the right one is the right one for you. You'll know. And there's a lot of, misconceptions where it's like, oh, well, I thought I knew, and I knew on this one, and I had like, nah, man, like, if you get to an elevated spot, like, from where you are now, and you and your person that you're close to gets you to an elevated spot away from what you were at, and they level you up, that's a real woman. That's a real woman. That's who we're not talking about. That's a real woman. Conor McGregor's wife is a real woman. That's a prime example. Michelle Obama and her husband, like, that's a real woman. They get you to the top. They help you excel. Not none of this, I can cook, I can clean, like, but can you, like, level up with me? I don't care about cooking and cleaning. Like, you can have somebody that doesn't know how to cook. They can still work their ass off. Elevate you up. You don't have to worry about that. As long as they doing something for themselves to level themselves up so y'all both can be up there. We getting everything wrong. Yeah, like, don't, like, understand, like, being cheated on is not the worst thing you could go through. The worst thing you can go through is being shot in the privates. That's the worst thing you can go through. Like, that's the worst pain you could go through. Or even a chainsaw. Think about it. That's the worst pain. But getting cheated on, like, bro, it's gonna hurt emotionally, but listen to me when I say this. When you get cheated on, or if you ever do, don't even like think about it. Don't think about it. If it happens, it happens, but use that emotional fuel to level yourself up and find something that you love to do. Whatever you love to do, whatever you used to do, or whatever you like to do, whatever you love to do, take that energy and go do it into that. That's what you used to love to do, remember? Used to love to go play basketball, and then you met that one girl, and then she cheated on you, and then you fell out in love with it. Go back and do it. Go do what you love now. You're free to do what you love to do now. Because being in a relationship is a commitment. You have to love. You have to give love. And everybody says it's not 50-50, but there's no numbers on love. Just love. Care. Actually care. Don't put numbers into this though. This isn't math. This is not a freaking equation. Just love. That's it. If you love this person, if you really care about this person, just love them. That's it. Just love them through the thick and thin, to the bones fall off. Just love them. That's it. Like, it's not hard. We're making this harder than it needs to be. Just, if you love somebody, just love them and care for them until they die. That's what your whole goal should be, until death do us part. And it shouldn't be that hard, but we overcomplicate it because of things that we don't see right in front of ourselves. Like, don't let good things slip away because you see something new. Like, love is a diamond, and you gotta go through shit to really feel that. It'll all pay off in the end if both love each other, you know. But yeah, spread love any way you can. Go out there, find love. Don't be afraid to find love. Don't be afraid to say how you feel to her, to him. Don't let that stop you. This is CP Couch Potato signing off. We'll see you in the next one. The Jungle of Love. Flowers spread through the